and welcome. It is time to move. Make sure you get your beanie on, get your cozy clothes on. We've just been working for a while at home. It's time to open our bodies up. We're doing a 5-minute follow along, 1 minute each movement. You can go ahead and just follow me if you'd like. The first one is a Sumo Squat. Here we are starting from a standing position, and we're doing what we call a hip hinge. So we're pushing the butt back, keeping the legs straight, getting a nice hamstring stretch. Then we're gonna sit down into a squat, bringing the hips under the shoulders, and then push back up to a hamstring stretch, and come back to standing. And repeat. Now take this at whatever pace you would like. We're just feeling things out here in this first movement and trying to get a little loose in the hamstrings, in the hips, and the knees, and the ankles. Now from your sumo squat, we can transition directly into our next stretch. We're gonna put the knees down, bring the tops of the feet on the ground, and reach back, bringing the hips extended. Now we're getting a hip flexor and a shoulder chest stretch here. So I'm reaching my arms back as far as I can while keeping my chest up. Then I'm going to extend my hips by doing a hip thrust. Now when I do this hip thrust, I'm thinking about my pockets coming toward the ceiling, not my lower back. You should feel some glute activation, but what you're really going to feel is the hip flexors and quads being stretched. You can hold it or you can do reps like I'm doing here. Either is fine. Feel it out. What feels good to you. If you need more of a shoulder stretch, just move your arms back a little bit more. Then we're going to transition to bringing the arms in front of you. We're going to make sure the hips are stacked over the knees. We don't want the hips behind the knees. From here, if you can, come up on your fingertips. You're going to round your back as much as you can, and then try to get your chest to the ground. This should be a good shoulder stretch. Then the other portion is arching the back as much as you can, looking forward, try to get your chest to the ground. Should be a mid-upper spine stretch. Now we're going to go back and forth between both of these for the whole minute. Now make sure your beanie stays nice and on and fit. We don't want that falling off through this movement. Here is a simple transition to laying on your stomach. We're going to put one arm straight out to the side, elbow a little past 90 degrees, and we're going to sweep the opposite leg across your body. Now we're trying to keep the shoulder attached to the ground, and we're trying to see if we can get that foot of the leg coming across to touch the ground. We can do repetitions back and forth, or we could just hold for 30 seconds and then switch to the other side. This stretch should be felt in your chest and pecs, and if you're feeling it in your shoulder joint, play with the angle of your arm. You could have it higher or lower, see what works well for you. And at this point, we should be nice and warmed up, so shirts are optional, beanies are not. Check out this smooth transition straight to our next exercise. We're going to end up on our side, knees together. Make sure the top knee comes a little bit further forward than the bottom knee. That's toward the camera. From here, we're reaching across the body, making sure that top hip and the knee doesn't fall back toward the couch. And this is a rotation of the spine, and it might be a little bit of a shoulder stretch. We're going to hold the position for 30 seconds. My people, we are sitting at our desks all day. We're hunched over, looking at the screen. Our heads are tilted forward. We've got to do what we can to open this spine and to get some rotation and some extension, opposite of what we're normally doing. Now, as you can see here, you can add a weight. I just have a filled up water bottle, and what this is going to do is it's going to pull you further into the position, and it's going to give you potential to open that spine and shoulder a little bit more. Now, folks, I know you don't need me to tell you how important it is to stretch and open up after you've been sitting, being sedentary all day long. You're already watching this video. But if you want to take things a step further and learn how to really open yourself up and free your stiffness, then check out the online mobility coaching program linked below.